Kappaphycus alvarezii, a red seaweed species, has garnered significant attention in India from May 2023 to June 2024 due to its increasing presence along the coastline and its complex impact on marine ecosystems. This seaweed, originally native to the Philippines, has become a prominent topic of discussion among scientists, policymakers, and local communities. Its rapid growth and spread have raised concerns about the health of coral reefs and the overall balance of marine biodiversity. The seaweed's dual role as both a valuable economic resource and a potential environmental threat has further complicated the narrative surrounding its presence in Indian waters. The seaweed's prolific growth has prompted investigations into its potential impact on native species and the delicate balance of marine ecosystems. Fishermen and coastal communities have also observed changes in their traditional fishing grounds, further fueling the discussion around Kappaphycus alvarezii. The seaweed's ability to quickly colonize new areas has raised questions about its long-term effects on the marine environment. Scientists and researchers are working to understand the full scope of the seaweed's influence on the Indian coastline. The growing media coverage and scientific scrutiny of Kappaphycus alvarezii have brought the complex issue of invasive species to the forefront of public discourse. The discussions surrounding this seaweed underscore the need for a comprehensive understanding of the ecological and economic implications of introducing non-native species. The seaweed's rapid spread has prompted calls for increased research and monitoring to assess its long-term impact. Understanding the dynamics of this seaweed's growth and its interactions with the native environment is crucial for developing effective management strategies. The seaweed's presence has also sparked debate about the balance between economic development and environmental protection, particularly in coastal communities that rely heavily on marine resources. This debate highlights the need for sustainable practices that both support livelihoods and preserve the health of marine ecosystems. Finding a way to balance the economic benefits of seaweed cultivation with the potential risks to the environment is a key challenge for policymakers and stakeholders. The seaweed story serves as a case study for the complexities of managing invasive species in a rapidly changing world. Kappaphycus alvarezii presents a complex duality. It is a valuable source of kappa carrageenan, a thickening agent used in various industries, while simultaneously posing a significant threat to coral reefs and marine biodiversity. This polysaccharide finds applications in food processing, cosmetics, and pharmaceuticals, contributing to the livelihoods of many coastal communities involved in seaweed farming. The economic potential of Kappaphycus has led to its widespread cultivation, creating job opportunities and boosting local economies. However, this economic benefit is increasingly overshadowed by its potential for ecological damage. The seaweed's rapid growth and ability to outcompete native species have raised concerns about its long-term impact on marine ecosystems. Its dense mats can smother coral reefs, blocking sunlight and hindering the growth of corals and other marine organisms. This can lead to a decline in coral reef health and a loss of biodiversity, disrupting the delicate balance of the underwater world. The economic benefits derived from Kappaphycus cultivation must be weighed against the potential for irreversible damage to sensitive marine environments. The increasing demand for kappa carrageenan has fueled the expansion of seaweed farms, often at the expense of natural habitats. The conversion of coastal areas for seaweed cultivation can lead to habitat loss for native species, further exacerbating the ecological impact. The economic incentives driving seaweed farming must be carefully managed to minimize the negative consequences for the environment. Finding a sustainable approach to seaweed cultivation that balances economic needs with ecological considerations is crucial for long-term environmental health. The challenge lies in harnessing the economic potential of Kappaphycus while mitigating its ecological risks. This requires careful management practices, including site selection, farming techniques, and monitoring programs to minimize the impact on native ecosystems. Sustainable seaweed farming practices, coupled with effective monitoring and control measures, are essential for ensuring the long-term health of marine environments. Balancing the economic benefits with the ecological risks is a crucial step towards achieving sustainable development in coastal regions. Governments around the world are increasingly recognizing the threat posed by invasive seaweed species. To combat this issue, many countries have implemented stringent regulations and launched dedicated programs aimed at controlling the spread of these marine invaders. In some regions, authorities have established rapid response teams to quickly address new infestations. These teams are trained to identify and remove invasive seaweed before it can establish a foothold and cause significant damage. Additionally, governments are investing in research to better understand the biology and ecology of invasive seaweed. This research is crucial for developing more effective management strategies and for predicting future outbreaks. However, these initiatives are not without their challenges. Funding constraints, limited public awareness, and the sheer scale of the problem can hinder efforts to control invasive seaweed. Environmental concerns also play a significant role in shaping government policies. The removal of invasive seaweed must be done carefully to avoid damaging native marine life and habitats. Moreover, there is a growing recognition of the need for international cooperation. Invasive seaweed does not respect national borders, and a coordinated global response is essential to effectively tackle this issue. So while progress is being made, there is still much work to be done. Governments, scientists and communities must continue to collaborate and innovate to protect our oceans from the threat of invasive seaweed. When we step back and take a broader perspective, it becomes clear that the issue of invasive seaweed is part of a larger environmental challenge. Our oceans are facing numerous threats, from climate change and pollution to overfishing and habitat destruction. Invasive species are just one piece of this complex puzzle. They often exacerbate existing problems, making it even more difficult to restore and maintain healthy marine ecosystems. But addressing invasive seaweed can also offer valuable lessons for tackling other environmental issues. It highlights the importance of early detection, rapid response, and sustained effort. Moreover, it underscores the need for a holistic approach that considers the interconnectedness of different environmental problems. By working to control invasive seaweed, we can also contribute to broader efforts to protect and preserve our oceans. Ultimately, the fight against invasive seaweed is a reminder of the critical importance of environmental stewardship. It challenges us to think creatively, act decisively, and work together to safeguard our planet's precious marine resources. Balancing economic growth with ecosystem protection is a delicate and often challenging task. Coastal communities and industries rely on the ocean for their livelihoods, and any measures to control invasive seaweed must take this into account. For instance, tourism and fishing are vital economic activities that can be significantly impacted by invasive seaweed. Tourists may avoid beaches overrun by seaweed, and dense seaweed mats can interfere with fishing operations. Therefore, it is essential to develop management strategies that not only address the environmental impact of invasive seaweed, but also support the economic well-being of affected communities. This might involve promoting sustainable tourism practices, investing in innovative seaweed removal technologies, or providing financial assistance to industries affected by seaweed infestations. The goal is to find a balance where both the environment and the economy can thrive. This requires collaboration between government agencies, scientists, industry stakeholders, and local communities. By working together, we can develop solutions that protect our marine ecosystems while also supporting economic growth and resilience. It's a challenging task, but one that is essential for the health and prosperity of our coastal regions. In the end, the fight against invasive seaweed is about more than just preserving our oceans. It's about ensuring a sustainable future for all who depend on these vital resources.